I'll never get bored of hearing that theme tune. I never will. Welcome to Doctor Who Time and Space, hosted by me, Lewis Moon,
and me, the Daddy Coolio.
And in today's episode, our main article will be reviewing the amazing first part of this year's series finale.
The series finale already? How can it have come so soon?
I know.
How many weeks is that?
Well, this is tonight's episode is the 12th.
12
We'll be
weeks.
reviewing the 12th. We'll be previewing the 12th episode, a spoiler-free preview of Death in Heaven. What we think's going to happen there?
Okay. What else have we got on this week's show?
We'll have best series finales.
Okay.
We'll have quiz or question, and we'll probably have some news.
So, an action-packed one, really, then.
Yeah.
As we build up for tonight's big finale.
Yes. I'm getting all our snacks ready.
We will. You've been quite excited for it, haven't you?
I know. I'm so excited. It's gonna be.
Should we start off with opinion then? Because we've got quite a bit to talk about, haven't we?
So today in Opinion, we'll be reviewing the 11th episode in the 8th series of Doctor Who, which is Dark Water.
And what an episode it was.
I know, it's so amazing.
I mean, normally we start off by talking a little bit about the basic story, but perhaps with this one, we ought to start off by talking about the opening.
Yeah.
Because it's something we generally talk about, the opening sequence, but are you going to explain it?
Yeah, we've watched it a couple of times, actually. It's quite shocking, actually, because it's quite actually shocking. Spoilers, by the way. If you're watching this and you haven't watched Dark Water yet, then there are spoilers for this episode.
But you probably have watched it.
Yeah, all Whovians out there should have watched it. So Danny died 1 minute through the episode.
I know. Incredible. How weird was that? I mean, basically, opening scene, Clara
saying "shut up" to the to Danny.
Yeah, I mean, she was looking at a load of post-it notes, and she was trying to tell. Yeah, I'll come on to that in a minute.
Yes.
Yeah, she was basically trying to tell Danny various things that had happened in recent times or since she'd met him. Was basically, I think, one of them said, "Stop lying" or something like that, wasn't it? And I think she was
tell him or something.
Yeah, and I think she was trying to own up to stuff. But then she says that she loves him, and there's a long silence, and then what happens?
He's dead. You just see him lying on the floor, and this woman picks the phone up and says, "Hello, I'm so sorry."
She does, and Clara goes over, sees the body there, and then it cuts to where you have a little bit where they were talking at school about the sad loss of the teacher, Danny Pink, and then you saw Clara talking to her nan, her gran,
who was in Time as a Doctor.
Yeah, that's right. And basically, the key thing that comes out from that is that she feels that she's owed something, and as she says that she's owed better, the phone rings and it's the Doctor.
Yeah.
So
she wants to change time.
That's the story, isn't it? I mean,
Rule 1: don't change time. Why do I keep saying Rule 1 today? It's what River Song says.
What did you make of that opening?
Good. Best opening of the series.
Yeah. It was a shocker, wasn't it?
I know. Danny dies 1 minute through the episode. It's so shocking.
There was something, the moment when the old lady says, "Oh, it's a terrible accident," or whatever it was she said, and it was just focusing in on Clara at the time, and I found I came all goose pimply because it was it's quite chilling, wasn't it?
It was quite sad, actually.
It was very sad. Yeah.
Some people were complaining about all this death theme. We'll come on to that a bit later on the news section.
Shall I? You said just a minute ago that I had a theory.
Yes.
Shall I mention that here?
Yeah, theory.
It's probably unfounded because so far all my theory's been rubbish. But when she was looking at the post-it notes, there were numerous notes up on there. As I say, bringing back things like things like Rusty, didn't it?
Sai and Saber and Rusty and
Yeah.
Gus and the Foretold and stuff like that.
I think she was basically going to tell
Save
Danny
the kids and
all
stuff.
of the stuff that happened. But I'm wondering whether what it was leading on to was Clara saying to Danny that she's pregnant.
Yeah.
Now, my
'Cause it
reason
said
for thinking
miniature
that,
Clara.
it said miniature Clara. Now, that may be because of the Into the Dark thing.
Or it may be because of Flatline.
It could be,
But-
yeah. Or it could be that she's got a miniature Clara inside her.
Yeah.
But my main reason for thinking it is because we've met in Listen
Awesome.
Orson, who we know is a pink.
Yeah.
We know that his grandparents or great grandparents, I can't remember which now. I think it was grandparents.
Yeah.
Grandparents were time travelers. So, could it be that she's pregnant with Danny Pink's child, and Danny Pink will never know because he's
Yeah.
been fully taken?
Yeah. Maybe.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And maybe that's what she wanted to tell him. I don't know. I might be wrong on it. What do you think to that theory?
Yeah, I think that's quite a good theory. I mean, it probably isn't true because Stephen Moffat's unbelievable, apart from the Missy stuff, which some people guessed.
Hmm.
But yeah, I think, yeah.
Okay.
I
Well,
think
should we give a brief run through the rest of the story?
Yeah.
We normally do that at the beginning.
Yeah,
But
you usually do that.
am I doing it this time? or
Yeah,
are you
you
doing it?
usually do it.
Okay, I'm trying to remember what happened now. There's so much happening.
I know, so much.
I mean, basically, when it returns, Clara is searching around the TARDIS looking for the various TARDIS keys and the sleeping pad. And basically, she suddenly comes up behind the Doctor, stabs the sleeping pad into his neck,
Onto his face.
onto his face, right? And
By the way, if my granddad is listening to this, I just want to tell a secret. He always does stuff in the episode that to show me. Last week he was waving his arms up in the air like Maeve did. This week he had he had like a plaster on his arm and put it to my face, and he had a post-it note saying the Doctor.
That's funny. That is funny.
Yeah. Yeah. Carry on.
Well, she basically then went into this sequence where Clara and the Doctor were by a volcano, and Clara was threatening to throw the various TARDIS keys, one for each companion that's ever had a TARDIS key, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All 7.
Yeah, and she was going to throw them into the fires of the volcano, which is the only thing that can destroy a TARDIS key, unless the Doctor agrees to go back in time and stop Danny from dying.
What did you think of that scene?
It's great, wasn't it? It was tense.
And
wasn't it?
our theories were right
Mhm.
that we said that it was all a dream.
It was all a dream.
That Clara bit and stuff.
But I mean, whilst it was a dream, it was what she was planning on doing.
Yeah. Now, some of the trailer we still haven't seen, which we'll go on to that a bit later as well. But like, we also saw in the trailer. We thought she was bad at that moment, and there are other moments where we thought she was bad, which haven't happened yet. So I don't know
Yeah.
if she's not bad. How will they get away with that this time? Will it be another dream pad?
Well, maybe. It was quite clever that though, wasn't it? Because the fact was, it led you to a different idea of what was going to happen in the story than what did happen.
Yeah.
But I mean, in reality, although it wasn't true, she wanted it to be true. That was what she was planning on doing.
Yeah.
So actually, you could say she did betray the Doctor in many ways.
Yeah.
And basically, he eventually says, "Okay, I'll do it," doesn't he?
Yeah.
He will go back and try and find where Danny has gone to.
And they end up in the Nethersphere.
Or what they think to be heaven.
What did you think of Seb? Let's go to him first, because he was talking to Danny.
Yeah.
The Doctor and Clara didn't meet him,
No.
or we didn't see him with Missy. But what did you think of Seb?
I thought he was great. Actually.
Yeah,
he was one of my favourite things about the episode. So.
Yeah, he's really good.
When he's he's just like how
he's quite
office workers are.
He's quite a jokey character, but also quite a serious character.
Yeah. As a result of the way he comes across quite sinister.
Yeah,
isn't
sinister.
He, really? So basically, Danny doesn't realise he's died straight away.
No.
But soon it becomes quite apparent, and Seb basically takes him to see somebody who's been wanting to meet him, and that person is
Clara? Oh wait, no. The boy.
Yeah.
Boy.
So you then get a sequence, a cutback sequence from basically the stuff that's been hinted at throughout the whole of the series, which is that we accidentally killed this young lad.
Yeah.
And the young lad's there waiting for.
Did you think he was going to have shot a young boy?
I thought it'd be that,
yeah.
Probably. Because it makes sense, because that's probably what made him go to teaching, because he wanted to teach children, because he felt that he'd taken one child's life away, I guess.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
But what if he got mad and he went, I'm going to kill you all?
We might have done.
Yeah. You might say to Courtney, I'm going to kill you.
Yeah. That's probably why he's so patient with them, I guess, because some of them were horrible kids, weren't they? Maybe. Even though Courtney becomes president one day. As we know.
And maybe the twins from the twin dilemma get shot.
So, keeping on with the story.
Yes.
So basically, they find out that they're in this place where, what's the name of the company?
3W.
Okay, so we don't know right from the start. What
they see lots of like tombs when they enter.
Yeah.
And they see a Cyberman eye which says next to it, "Death is not an end."
Yeah, yeah. That's quite clever, actually, the Cyberman eye, because I mean, a few people identified that, didn't they? There's some little hints about the Cybermen being in this episode. I guess everybody knew the Cybermen were coming because it was quite well publicised. But there was rumours that Missy and the Cybermen were connected because somebody identified there was an eye with the little tear coming out of it. But that's really when the Doctor and Clara first meet Missy as well, isn't it? And she pretends to be a robot.
Yeah.
And she gives the Doctor a big snog.
But at that point, we think she's River Song.
Well, I was actually, when I was watching it, so we didn't watch that one together, did we?
No.
And
we're watching tonight's together, though.
But I was watching it the next day, Sunday morning, and I was convinced after that moment, after the kissing moment, that it was River Song.
Yeah, I did.
A bad version of River Song.
River Song. Maybe it is, because maybe the Master's regenerated into River Song. I've already gave spoiler warnings anyway.
Yeah.
so don't say I didn't warn you.
So at this stage, we don't know who Missy is.
Well, we do.
Well, we know at this stage in the story. I mean,
we don't know.
We know that she's a Time Lord because she's got two hearts.
Yeah, or a Time Lady.
Or a Time Lady. We then Clara's then given the opportunity to talk to Danny.
Yeah.
Which she does, but she doesn't. She's not really sure. She believes that it's him. She's a bit suspicious that there's some sort of trap, and I think it would turn out that there is a trap. I'm sure. But Danny's on the other end, and it doesn't go well, does it? That discussion.
No.
The call ends up getting terminated. I think Danny refuses to say what Clara wants her to say because he doesn't want. Clara's basically threatening to kill herself, isn't she?
Yeah.
She's basically saying, "I want to join you, Danny. If you're on the other side, I'm going to join that other side too." But she needs to know first of all that it is him. So say something which only I will know, and he knows what she's thinking. So he refuses.
He says, "I love you."
Yeah, and she gets annoyed, and basically the call gets terminated, and then Danny's given the option to wipe his emotions.
Yes. Yeah. So let's go back a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So Dr. Chang, who's another character.
Yeah.
I felt a bit sorry for him when he died.
He gets killed by Missy, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Once you start finding out that Missy's a baddie, or the Doctor sort of becomes aware that she's a baddie.
Yeah. What did you think of Dr. Chang?
Yeah, he was. I don't know. He was like a less funny version of Seb.
Yeah,
really.
I know. He was a less funny version of Seb.
Of
Do
course,
you think Seb will die?
I'm not. No, I don't think so.
No.
No. What about? I mean, basically, the way that this led on is we then find out that the water starts draining behind, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And suddenly it becomes obvious that the skeletons that were in the tombs are in fact
Cybermen.
Cybermen.
Well, I thought they were just going to be the dead awaking, and I liked that bit. It was really cool. And I like the bit when they break out and they go like their feet smack the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I was thinking to myself, however cool the episode is, and it really was a brilliant episode.
Yeah.
I was thinking, how cool would it have been if the BBC had managed to not announce the Cybermen?
I know.
You know, that moment when it became apparent that it was the Cybermen would have been absolutely colossal, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I know.
That would have been fantastic. But as it was, we knew it was still exciting.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Doctor comes out of no other place than St Paul's Cathedral.
I know, because
Reminiscent of
the invasion.
The invasion.
Now, yeah, that's probably the most classic moment in Doctor Who, when the Cybermen march down the steps of St Paul's Cathedral.
Yeah, indeed. And now they've done it twice.
Yeah, I know.
And Missy's out there telling people not to listen to the mad Scottish man that's shouting at the top of his voice.
Missy?
I thought she got a real, sort of very eccentric, sort of, sometimes sounds quite nice, but there's something really sinister about it, even when she's being nice.
Stephen Moffat said that she might be the first human who kids hide behind the sofa.
Yeah, there is something quite creepy about her.
Yeah, but she is very creepy. She's a very weird woman.
Yeah.
Sorry,
what about
Michelle.
then? What about then the moment we've been waiting for, really, for the whole of this series, when Missy actually announced to the Doctor who she was.
Yeah, I know.
And she turned out to be
the Master.
The Master. So
or the Mistress. She she says, "You know who I am. I'm Missy. Who's Missy? Oh, come on, keep up. She's the Mistress. But I couldn't well keep calling myself the Master now, could I?"
and it was a brilliant. Well, it didn't actually quite end there, did it?
No.
It then cut back to Danny, didn't it?
Yeah, but then the Doctor backs away from so should we do our cliffhanger 1, cliffhanger 2, cliffhanger 3 thing? What's going to happen next?
Okay.
Cliffhanger 1. What do you think is going to happen with the Doctor?
With the Doctor, somehow or other, he's going to have to link up with Unit, isn't he?
Yeah.
I wonder. I think Unit have probably been monitoring the situation.
Yeah.
And I think right near the beginning of the episode, Unit will come into it.
Kate Stewart and Osgood.
Yeah. I think they'll be monitoring the situation and they will be there.
Yes.
What do you think?
Yeah, me too.
What about the Clara situation then?
She's trapped in Dr. Chang's office with a Cyberman.
Yeah.
I think the reason she might turn evil is I think she might go in the dark water or something. Something a bit like that.
Yeah.
Because that would be quite good. Because I like the idea of the dark water. I never knew that was why it would have been called that.
No.
I thought it would have been called that because of something evil or something.
The other cliffhanger was around Danny hovering over the delete emotions button.
But he probably won't do it because he's in the clip.
Yeah. But I think that what we saw, we saw a clip later on where basically he's told that the Nethersphere is actually a big lie. And that actually what he's going to do is go back to his body, but he's going to be upgraded, which goes on to the other theory I'd had before we'd even seen that clip, which is that I think Danny will be a Cyberman in this episode.
Yeah.
And I think
possibly, not until until a little bit through it after that clip.
Yeah, indeed. I think he will be a Cyberman.
Yeah.
I think that clip in the trailer when Clara is talking to the Cyberman, I reckon that's Danny.
Yeah.
We shall see.
She's talking to a Cyberman in the radio trailer. The Cyberman says, "Hundreds to the doctor," or something. And then Clara says, "I will never give up the doctor," or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, that's a really good point, because she's been battling throughout the whole series between whether to be with Danny or whether to be with the Doctor, and she's tried to do both.
It's like the Amy and Rory situation.
Yeah, it is. But I wonder, whereas Amy chose to go with Rory, I wonder whether Clara's not. Clara's going to choose, she'll never leave the Doctor, like she said there.
Yeah.
And I think that maybe that is, again, Danny Cyberman that she's talking to.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be good. Yeah.
Yeah. So, all in all then, well, let's talk about this before there's a few other questions we always ask about, isn't it? Which is the baddies. So we've got two main baddies really here, haven't we?
Yeah.
The Master, stroke Missy.
Yeah.
And the Cybermen.
Do you think Seb's a bad guy?
I think he is.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's an important bad guy. He's a really
I think he's a good guy and a bad guy. I think he's one of those people. I think when she says in the radio trailer, say something nice, maybe she's saying that to... Do you think she's saying that to the Doctor, or do you think to Seb or someone?
I don't think Seb's real.
Don't you?
No. I think Seb is just an image that they see in the Nethersphere.
Yeah. So what did you think of the bad guys?
Wow. Which one should we go for first?
Cybermen, because we like Cybermen.
Now, okay. I've been saying throughout the whole of our episodes at various different times that I've not really liked Cybermen episodes in the new series.
No.
Not the new series, since the return of Doctor Who.
Yeah.
And they were always my favourites when I was a kid. Now, I think this was classic Cybermen.
Yeah, I think this was one of the best
episodes
ever, maybe the best Cybermen episode.
Because they were scary again. And that's the main difference. They felt like a perfect robot arm.
I told you that Stephen Moffat would do a good Cyberman episode, because Stephen Moffat hasn't done a Cyberman episode properly.
No, that's true.
So, I think...
He's made them scary again, and that's good. Look, just as he did with the Daleks in Asylum of the Daleks.
They were quite scary, actually, in there. Scarier, definitely.
Yeah. No, that's right.
Yeah. He gave the right effect for the Cybermen.
Yeah. What about Missy?
Yeah, I think she's a good bad guy. I think she makes a very good bad guy.
Yeah.
And the Master's back. We thought that he wasn't in the whole of the Matt Smith era, and now he's back.
Yeah.
Well, she's
as a woman. What do you make of that then? Because I mean, a lot of people really like it, but there's a few people who don't like the gender change. Do you like it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know you wouldn't like it. You said you don't like the idea of a woman Doctor Who.
No.
Although I think with anything, it's just a matter of getting used to it, isn't it?
Yeah. I wouldn't like a female Doctor Who, but I don't mind a female Master or Mistress or whatever.
Maybe Seb will turn out to be a mad Marnie.
You said that.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
Any other questions? Yeah. Do you think we'll see more of Missy after this? Do you think she'll get destroyed or beaten or defeated at the end of this, or do you think we'll see her later?
She might get defeated, but then she might come back a few series later.
I'm intrigued by the fact that the trailers for this episode.
Oh, yeah. Do you think John Simm's going to be in it?
No.
No, I don't.
I don't think we'll see him
No,
again.
I don't.
What I do wonder though is, oh no, what was I thinking? Brain's gone blank.
Oh.
No, that's right. I know. I remember what it was. We've seen a few clips from this episode tonight, the officially released one, so there's no spoilers or anything.
No.
And I wonder whether Missy will possibly be betrayed by the Cybermen as well, and will end up having to work with the Doctor and UNIT.
You know the clip? At first, I was thinking, does that have spoilers in or not? When I was watching it, because I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
But now I've watched it again. I don't. Because I
know you always try and avoid spoilers.
spoilers. I never look at spoilers.
I think Missy will possibly be a long-running baddie in the same way as the Master was for.
It was
John
rumoured
Turturro.
that the Master would be a major series villain.
I think particularly is with you get the impression that sooner or later something is going to happen with the Time Lords.
Yeah.
Well, what better link than to have the Master or the Mistress in it for that? So I think she's going to be a major villain for the Capaldi years.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Assuming it is the Master, because I mean the other thing we've said is that Moffat's already. No, it wasn't. It was the actress. Wasn't
Gomez.
It? Yeah, Michelle Gomez, who said nothing that you think
is happening.
Is happening. So maybe she isn't the Master at all. Maybe she. Maybe she is
Rule
the
one, the Doctor lies. So does that mean rule two, the Master lies?
Well, that is true. Yeah. So maybe.
Rule three, Stephen Moffat lies.
Yeah. I mean, it could be with us all along.
Rule four, we lie.
We lie. Yes. And that's it for today. Thank you. But we're lying because it's not. Because we're still on the first item.
So what else? Any other questions?
Yeah. Okay. Before we get on to the favourite scene, the other one we always do is when we look a little bit at Clara and the Doctor.
Yeah.
The relationship between them. Do you think the Doctor and Clara's relationship will ever be the same again after Clara effectively lied to the Doctor and tried to use him?
No, I don't think so. I think she might leave in the Christmas one.
I think you're right.
Or this one. This one will be the earliest she leaves. At the end of this one will be the earliest, I bet. But I think she'll be in the Christmas.
What about Danny?
What do you mean? What about Danny?
Do you think we'll see Danny as Danny again, or do you think Danny has either died or will come back as a Cyberman?
We'll see Danny because he was in the trailer, wasn't he?
I mean, as in at the end of this story tonight.
Oh,
do you think this will be the end of Danny?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He might be. There might be flashbacks of him in the Christmas one, and Clara might be so sad that she leaves or something.
Yeah.
Maybe it affects her, like if Amy and Rory's death affected the Doctor and the Snowman.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Do you think we're going to see Orson again?
Listen was so much of a standalone episode, and I don't like it when they make standalones into, like Girl in the Fireplace.
Yeah.
They made the sequel to that, it's Deep Breath. People are saying, why did they do that?
I think we might find out a bit more about Orson.
I think we'll find out more about him, but I don't think we'll see him.
No, probably not. I think if my baby theory is correct, then we'll find out a bit more about Orson.
Yeah.
Do you think there are other things that have happened in other episodes that are going to unravel in this story?
Yeah, maybe. Do you think?
Trying to think which things remain unsolved. We never really found out what the creatures were in Flatliners, but I don't think we'll ever find that out. I don't think we needed to.
We don't need to find out who to listen.
No, I don't think. I think it's meant to be unknown.
We did find that the boneless were the creatures in.
But that was only what he called them, wasn't it? Yeah. He didn't know what they were really.
No.
What about the girl appearing at the end of In the Forest of the Night?
Oh yeah.
I think there'll be anything.
I think In the Forest of the Night, Flatline, and Listen are all standalones. Do you think? Let's go through the series and see if you think they're standalones. Deep Breath.
Yeah, I think that the one thing that does need to be answered is the issue around the half-face monster. How did he find himself in heaven?
Yeah.
What is the link with heaven?
Into the Dalek?
Because there's no way that, whereas Danny would be there to be transformed into a Cyberman, why would the half-face robot be there?
Yeah.
Because you can't transform him into a Cyberman, he's already a robot.
I know. Do you think we'll see them again?
I don't think we'll see them. I think that will get
No.
explained though.
Yeah. Why they're all there.
Mm.
What about Into the Dalek?
Into the Dalek.
The Am I a Good Man thing.
Yeah, that's ran on the way through, isn't it?
And the Gretchen appearing in heaven.
Have you noticed that throughout the series, in many respects, there's been a bit of a role reversal in that the Doctor started out as being the bad one and has got more good as the series has gone on, and Clara has started to get more bad as the time has gone.
Because she's getting bored of the Doctor being really angry, I think.
I think she just seems to be more
corrupted by the Doctor.
She's corrupted, yes. That's I think the phrase I was looking for.
Robot Sherwood, the Promised Land thing.
Yeah, we got that, haven't we?
Thing.
Yeah,
heading there.
There was no Missy link in that episode, was there?
No Missy.
But
no.
Other than the mention to the Promised Land. Listen. That had a Missy link, didn't it? At the end? No, it didn't.
No.
Did it? No, it didn't.
Flatline was anyone. Yeah.
The only thing that I wonder whether will get explained, maybe the whole issue with Clara seeing the baby Doctor.
Yeah.
And possibly if Clara, because what we don't know yet is that there was the oh my Clara, and you done well, or haven't I chosen well or whatever.
In Flatline.
Yeah. Now we don't know what that link is, so maybe Clara has been planted there to keep an eye on the Doctor all these years or something. So yeah, I think there might be something revealed about that, whether it's in this episode or whether it's revealed in the Christmas special, possibly.
How about Time Heist? I think that was a standalone.
Yeah.
Caretaker.
We had another Missy bit on that, didn't we?
Quite a long Missy bit with Seb.
Mm-hmm.
Missy wasn't in it much, and Seb was in it mainly.
I don't think there'll be anything else from that.
No. Kill the Moon.
Kill the Moon.
Oh wait, the policeman in.
Yeah.
Kill the Moon. So Kill the Moon.
Kill the Moon. No, I don't believe so.
No.
Do you?
No. Do you think Courtney will come back?
No, I don't think we'll see Courtney.
Mummy on the Orient Express.
Standalone. Oh, I guess there is the issue about Gus, isn't there? Gus. Does he mean anything?
Do you think all the stuff she's got on her thing are to do with the story arc somehow? On
the post-its.
On the post-its.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I think she had Gus in there somewhere.
Yeah, she did. And we know that Gus phoned the Doctor, and not many people know the Doctor's phone number.
Then there's Flatline.
Flatline, I think we've learned everything we're going to need to from that.
Apart from the Clara,
Clara. Oh, the Clara, my Clara, yeah, which is a key bit, isn't it?
Pardon me. In the forest of the night, standalone. Would you say we need to learn anything about the Missy bit? I love the surprises bit.
No. I think that was just a taste.
And we've done Darkwater.
Yeah. So what did you make of Darkwater then? Overall, what would you, if you've given it a rating?
I think it's my favourite one, and it has 10.01.
10.01. Oh, over 10. Over 10 out of 10.
Out of 10.
What about favourite moment in it?
Oh yeah, favourite moment. I think my favourite moment is either the beginning or the end.
Yeah.
Because I like the cliffhanger. I like it from when the Cybermen go out of their tombs. From when it's revealed.
That was exciting. I really liked the bit when Seb was talking to Danny. I really liked that bit. But I think I'd have to go with you. I really loved the opening sequence.
Yeah, opening.
It was really powerful.
Yeah.
And I really liked the end sequences. I thought actually there was no moment in that episode where you sort of switched off.
I had to go to the toilet a few times, but we could pause it, so I knew what happened all the time. So I didn't want to switch it. I was like, no, I don't want to pause it, and I was like, I'll rush.
Yeah, so you're not going to have that option today. Today, you haven't got so far to go to the toilet.
No.
So all in all, cracking episode.
Yes.
I mean,
So
probably-
where do you rate it?
Part of me doesn't want to rate it yet until we get the second part of it.
About 40 minutes of opinion.
Yeah, it's a long one.
35, 40 minutes.
It was. There's been a lot of really great stories in this, and I think, like we've said before, it looks like being the best series that either of us can remember. And maybe it just topped it.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a little bit of icing on the top of a very tasty Series 8 cake. And maybe tonight is going to be the little cherry that sits on the top. It's just whether or not you like cherries or not.
Not much.
No, let's hope it's not the cherry then. Let's hope it's a little chocolate flake.
Yay! A 99.
Yeah, that's what we want on there, 99. So, anything else about opinion? Did you want to talk a little bit? Did you want to give the? Do you want to talk about anything else about this week's episode?
Not really. I mean, it is an hour.
Yeah.
And we know Kate Stewart and Osgood are returning with Unit. We've seen the Cybermen flying, like in the trailer there.
Yeah, that's right. What do we know about that?
We don't know.
No, maybe they've upgraded once more.
Maybe.
Yeah, there's certainly. I think tonight's episode is going to be a really exciting action-filled one.
Yeah.
Don't you?
Yeah.
And I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a really good one.
Wait a minute.
So are you coming on to the news? Are you?
Yeah. My first thing I'm going to do is a poll.
Okay.
This poll is Utopia versus Dark Water. In this week's face-off, we're pitting the two episodes that brought the Master back for the first time in Russell T Davies and Stephen Moffat eras. Vote for your fave in our poll below. I'd say Dark Water better than Utopia by a lot.
Have I seen Utopia?
No.
No, but I can't comment.
So, do you want to read some comments?
Yeah, well, some reading comments of what's best. Okay. First person says, I have to go for Utopia. For me, Utopia done a better job of bringing the Master back. The whole of Dark Water was about a reveal. It sort of took away from the impact. And for a lot of us, it was expected that Missy could be the Master.
I suppose Utopia probably brought the Master back the best.
Yeah.
Because we hadn't seen him since.
Yeah.
Since 13 years ago.
Yeah.
But
it says in here that it was a genuine shock when Yana turned out to be a Time Lord in human form. Then there was the second twist of him being the Master specifically. So this person says, Utopia had a brilliant story. The Doctor and other characters were very well used. And the twist was the icing on the cake. Again, icing on the cake again. Professor Yana was a great and interesting character, and the way he changed to be the Master was equally amazing. And John Sims was also equally amazing. Dark Water was an interesting idea, and then tried to deliver shock after shock with the extremely obvious death. Clara becoming a massive traitor to the Doctor, the nonsensical lie of cremations equal how torment of being kept secret. So they were moaning about that. They only gave Dark Water 5 out of 10.
Really?
Rubbish, wasn't it?
Rubbish.
Yeah.
I like both stories, but I like 12 more than 10. I never really liked 10 so much. And Cybermen is definitely better than the Future Kind. Plus, they just killed off one of the Masters in Utopia right away, so I'll vote for Dark Water, I guess. I don't have a problem with the return of the Master in Dark Water, and I think Michelle Gomez is great in the role, but I still have to vote for Utopia.
Mm. Is Utopia a really good episode? Because I've not seen it.
It's quite good, yeah. Let's see.
Maybe one day we'll get to watch it. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe.
But we'll talk about that a bit later.
Yes. It's a very long comment thing. There's two reveals are very different. The Master in Utopia revealed himself as evil by attitude to Yana and Champlo. So far, Missy has only disintegrated Dr. Chang, and that might turn out to to be a teleport or something.
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah, it could
That is
be.
true. That is true. Yeah, it could be a teleport. Yeah. Any more comments, or have you moving on to the next bit of news?
I was gonna look at the next bit of news, but
Okay.
I'm just loading it.
Okay.
So, what do most people prefer? What do you think is going to come at the top of it?
I would have, and it's difficult for me to say because I've not seen Utopia, but I thought Dark Water was so good that people would have said Dark Water. But those first few comments that we went through said the opposite, didn't they?
Yeah, the first few I read said Dark Water.
Yeah.
The ones I read that said Dark Water.
Yeah.
One said Utopia, the other said Dark Water.
Yeah. I think with a
was
lot of these
reading in a
things,
week.
it takes some time, doesn't it? I think whatever you've seen most recently tends to often be the best, and it's then how you reflect on them
Yeah.
over time as to whether or not they stand up. I still think the discussion we had last week when we looked at this series and looked at episodes from the Matt Smith era that would have made it into this series, and there wasn't very many,
Yeah.
which again just demonstrates how strong it was.
As you can see, Frank Cottrell Boyce's contribution didn't exactly set the world on fire in the eyes of Doctor Who TV's readers, with an average score of just 6.482. It's comfortably the lowest ranked episode of Series 8.
That's interesting, isn't it?
Listen is the top,
Yeah.
then Flatline, then Mummy on the Orient Express, then Deep Breath, then Into the Dalek, then Time Heist, then Kill the Moon, then The Caretaker, then Robot Sherwood, then In the Forest of the Night. How will Dark Water fare? We'll find out next week.
Interesting.
So what do you think about that?
I still preferred it than Robot Sherwood. I like Robot Sherwood as well. But
Yeah, but
I thought it was a little bit more different. I thought it was a very charming story. I can understand why people didn't like it, but I think
Yeah, I
actually
can.
probably the main reason people don't like it is because a lot of people don't like things with children acting in it.
yeah.
And I, to be honest, I often don't either. But I actually thought they were quite good. The kids
Yeah.
in that one.
Do you like the kid in Rings of Akatam?
Well, I like the song.
Yeah, I like the
music.
song.
Yeah,
Where you go? We did that in our music special.
we did indeed.
In our face-off, we pitted the new writer debut stories from Series 8 against each other, and the rest from Stephen Moffat's era so far. Once again, Neil Gaiman's The Doctor's Wife takes the top spot. It had a close competitor in Jamie Matheson's. It had a close competitor in Jamie Matheson and Mummy on the Orient Express, which actually beat other fan favourite Vincent and the Doctor. So it goes The Doctor's Wife, Mummy on the Orient Express, Vincent and the Doctor, Amy's Choice, Rings of Akatam, Kill the Moon, In the Forest of the Night, Curse of the Black Spot.
Okay, interesting.
I don't say Doctor's Wife is my favourite.
I was going to say that would be near the bottom for you, wouldn't
Yeah,
it?
near the bottom.
You're not a big
I'm
lover
not
of that,
very keen with that one.
Yeah.
It's alright, but
Maybe it'd be one that if you. How many times have you watched that one? Have you seen it more than once?
yeah.
Okay.
Mummy on the Orient Express, I'd say, is my favourite. Then Vincent.
I struggle a little bit. I
Then
really
probably
like
Kill the
Vincent.
Moon, actually.
I really like Vincent and the
Then-
Doctor, so I maybe that would be my favourite, followed by Mummy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Clara overshadowing the Doctor? Finally, we asked if Clara was overshadowing the Doctor in Series 8. Almost 60% of those who voted said no, she wasn't.
Right.
And there we have it.
Right, that's interesting. I had a feeling that people would say yes.
Yeah. But it was mostly no's.
Right. Okay.
Need to try and find the synopsis quickly,
Okay.
as fast as I can.
Dun, 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 dun. So,
What? It just
got it.
Yeah.
The
ran into something.
what's the next episode called again? Tonight's episode?
Dark Water.
No, that was last week's episode.
Oh
That's
yeah,
okay.
Death in Heaven.
Death in Heaven. So part 2, Death in Heaven. So you're looking for the synopsis.
Yes, I am.
Okay. That was me just filling in a little bit of the gap to try and lead
keeps
into.
coming up with random stuff.
Okay. Oh, it doesn't it? Okay. You carry on talking about that. And
I don't know what to talk about.
Here we go. So, which one is it?
No, it isn't there. You need to go back a bit.
Okay. So we're just trying to find the synopsis.
Yeah, sorry about this.
Enjoy.
There it is.
Okay.
If you don't want to hear the synopsis, then turn off now.
Okay. Click.
The BBC have released the official story synopsis for Death in Heaven, the 12th episode and second part of the series 8 finale, written by Stephen Moffat. With Cybermen on the streets of London, old friends unite against old enemies, and the Doctor takes to the air in a startling new role. Can the mighty unit contain Missy? As the Doctor faces his greatest challenge, sacrifices must be made before the day is won. Guest stars Michelle Gomez, Chris Addison, Sanjeev Bhaskar, Gemma Redgrave, and Ingrid Oliver.
So who do you think the sacrifice is going to be? Could it be Clara?
Yeah.
Could it be Danny? Could it be Clara sacrificing Danny?
Yeah.
It could be. Could well be.
Maybe.
Yeah. Do you think we're going to get any resolution at the end of this? Or do you think it will leave a cliffhanger for Christmas?
I don't know.
I mean, the cliffhanger stories have generally stood in their own right, haven't they? Very much standalone episodes.
Yeah.
I think it probably will be a standalone episode.
So do you want to hear the hints and teasers? Set 1.
Okay, set 1. What have we got?
Opening line. Stop! You can't kill me.
Interesting. Opening line. Stop! You can't.
No,
kill me.
Next.
Oh, sorry. I was just trying to work out what that meant. Nice bow tie. That must be aimed at
Osgood.
Osgood, yeah.
Pollination.
You're going to be as dead as a fish on a slab any second now.
That sounds a bit like a Clara line.
It does sound like a Clara line, yeah.
Long before Vera Fusek there was.
Okay. You left this behind on one of your previous attempts.
All of time and space.
I see you bringing Daddy along too. I see you're bringing Daddy along too.
Is that Clara? Is that someone talking to Clara?
That Doctor, maybe?
The Doctor.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Missy, maybe.
Yeah. Yes, it could well be. Excellent. There's some good ones. I'm intrigued by that.
I think we will find out what the link is between Clara.
Yeah.
I think that might be the Doctor.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, I'll tell you what, my other theory. I see you're bringing Daddy along too. Perhaps that's when you find out that Clara is pregnant.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's when Danny does a Cyberman. Oh, conspiracy theories. Ah.
Yeah. Set 2.
Okay.
The Doctor will be really impressed if you learn my secret.
Okay. An old friend or foe? The Zygons, maybe.
Yeah, I said that. I thought of that.
Yeah.
The Zygons are still in Kate Stewart and Osgood. I forgot to say about that. I've been up and down your timeline. Is that Clara?
Oh, yeah, could well be. I'm not going to help you.
D.
Blankety blank.
Liars, both of them.
I am not a good man.
That's the Doctor. Rage of a Time Lord.
Oh, it's going to be exciting, isn't it?
An hour.
It's the moon, isn't it going to be exciting?
It's going to be the most exciting episode we've had for ages.
And we've got snacks to watch with it.
Also, the complete Series 8 DVD has been delayed. The 5-disc box set containing all 12 episodes from the Capaldi's debut series and a host of extras was originally due on 7th of November, but now it will release instead of on 24th of November. The reason for this slight delay is due to BBC BBFC classification change. The final was given a 12 rating instead of a PG, which required a reprint of the cover.
Okay, interesting. So, and that was because of the last episode, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so they rated those 12. Any other news? Any more
We
news?
could do the rating master stories, should we?
Okay. Yeah, okay, yeah. So this was a section again on Doctor Who TV where the guest writer gave their order of their favourite Master episodes.
They say they don't count the 5 Doctors.
Okay.
21, The King's Demons. 20, Time Flight. 19, The Time Monster. 18, Planet of Fire. 17, Margadarani. 16, The Ultimate Foe. 15, Sound of Drums, Last of the Time Lords. 14, Castrovalva. 13, Colony in Space. 12, Keeper of Trakan. 11, Frontier in Space. Wait a minute. I just need to find part 2 now.
So would you agree with most of those? With that order?
Most of those.
There's a lot of them I don't really remember.
There it is. Okay, so 10, The Sea Devils.
Okay.
9, The End of Time. 8, Claws of Axos. 7, Mind of Evil. 6, Logopolis. 5th, Terror of the Autons. 4th, Utopia. 3rd, Survival. 2nd, The Deadly Assassin. Give a drum roll, please. In first place is... I'll tell you later at the end of the show.
And I bet we forget.
Yes,
we
probably will.
Is it at this point in the show? Should we talk a little bit? I mean, we've had opinion. We know that next week we've got our final opinion of this series,
and then the next one will be Christmas.
Yeah. Should we talk a little bit about our proposal at the end of the series?
Yeah.
Do you want to introduce it?
What do you mean, like?
Yeah.
What we think's gonna.
Well, what we're going to do moving forward once we've run out of episodes.
Oh yeah. What we're gonna do is we're gonna choose a random episode.
Yeah. So we've programmed all of the Doctor Who episodes into a spreadsheet with a little randomizer on it. We're going to press the button, and we're going to do that in a minute, shall we?
Yes. Okay. Will it be available to do that?
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, you just because we've still got
Should
it all
we do
at the bottom. Just do it at the bottom. So whatever we press on here, if it's one that's available and it's not one that Lewis is scared of, then we will watch it and then we'll do a review on it.
So ready?
Okay, so you're going to press the button.
Okay, it is the Sontaran experiment.
Okay.
Luckily, I was in the middle of watching that.
Was you?
Yes.
Is that a one-part or a two-part?
Two-parter.
Two-part with which Doctor?
Tom Baker.
Tom Baker. Right. Okay.
So next week we'll be watching the Sontaran experiment.
Okay. So
and we'll be reviewing that.
So we'll watch it next week. We'll review it the week after, do we?
Yeah. Or next week, whenever we have time.
Yeah. Okay.
But next week will probably be a really long opinion.
Yeah. So I hope you're going to like that new section. What we'll do is we'll talk a little bit about the episode, what we thought of it, much in the same way as we have with the series.
It's probably going to be called the randomizer.
Okay.
Or something. We better write down the episodes we've watched.
Okay.
We could write it down on a notepad or something.
Okay. And then what we're going to do, we'll also talk a little bit about whether or not it's an episode that's available for listeners to get hold of, perhaps.
Wait a minute. So, that one. We also have how we have the episode, how we have it. I have it on recording.
Okay.
So we have to. Do we have to watch that at home?
Not necessarily. I think we've also got that one on iTunes. Actually.
Yes, iTunes.
So yeah, we'll
iTunes.
We'll sit and watch that one. So it's a two-parter of Tom Baker era. Classic, great one to start off. First ever appearance to the Sontarans.
No.
Oh no, it wasn't. Was it? That's right. Because it was John Pertwee, wasn't it? Yeah.
So let's lead that on to best season finales.
Okay. Best season.
Remind me to do the
finales.
best master story, by the way.
Okay, I'll try.
So the best series finale. What would you say?
Best series finale up until now would probably actually be the last series.
Name the Doctor.
Name of the Doctor.
I'd say Name the Doctor.
Because that gave us that
I
really
think Death in
teasing
Heaven
one.
will be, but I think Name the Doctor is the best finale at the moment.
Because it led up so perfectly to the 50th anniversary, didn't it? The whole thing of introducing John Hurt, the War Doctor, and also had that fantastic beginning sequence, didn't it?
Yes. Oh, yeah, that was
Which
amazing.
is probably still the best beginning sequence ever.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah.
However good the one was this week. That opening sequence.
You can't beat that one.
Yeah, it's the first time we saw all of those Doctors, wasn't it? In one section. So.
Would you? What's your least favourite finale?
Least favourite finale. I've got to try and think my way through them. I'm not too well up on what the finales are in the old series, the classic series.
Okay,
so they didn't have a finale as such, did they?
No, let's go for a new series.
We would go for the new series.
So there's the Bad Wolf Parting of the Ways one.
Yeah.
There's the. Have you seen the one with the Canary Wolf battle? Army of Ghosts.
I've only seen the first half of that one.
Okay. There's the Last of the Time Lords three-parter.
I've not seen that one.
There's the Stolen Earth Journey's End with Davros.
Okay, I've only seen half of that one.
There's the Pandora Opens.
Yeah.
There's the Wedding of River Song. And there's the Name the Doctor, and there'll be Death in Heaven.
But the ones that I've seen, I'd probably have to go for the Bad Wolf one as being my least favourite.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah.
I
like it as well, but
I think mine would be Army of Ghosts.
Yeah, I've not seen that one, so I can't really comment.
Even though I like that one, but it's my least favourite.
It probably will be, because as I've said, the Cybermen ones have not been the best episodes up to this one.
But there's also Daleks in that one, so.
Yes.
But.
Yeah.
I prefer the Stephen Moffat era than the RTD era.
Yeah. Yeah, and you did have Blink in there, but of course it's a Moffat story, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a Moffat story.
I really like the Moffat ones. I know some people get fed up with all the timey-wimey stuff, and they think they're too clever, don't they? They think some of the stories are too clever for its own good. I really like that.
Yeah, I do.
But, it's each their own. There's some people that don't like the new series of Doctor Who. They like the old classic ones, and some people will, some people won't. A lot of people will also watch the old ones and not like them because the effects are rubbish now. But you like both, don't you? Because
I like
you
both.
Like the characters, you like the monsters. And
I mainly like the new series. I think 70% of my vote goes to the new series.
Yeah.
And 30% goes to the classic series. What about you? Your percentage? We've gone into a completely different thing from series finales.
Yeah, that's what we do, though, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what we do.
Don't we? I would say Tom Baker. I love Tom Baker, and I love the Tom Baker series, and therefore the classic series with Tom Baker is still pushing up there. I'm going to go 50-50. I'm sitting on the fence.
Okay.
I'm sitting on the fence now.
That's good, yeah.
There's some Doctors I think rise above and some that drop down below. What I do think is I think of the classic series, I think the stories have been phenomenal under Matt Smith, and now apparently got a big sneeze coming.
Who's your least favourite Doctor?
My least favourite Doctor would probably be.
Mine's probably Sylvester McCoy.
My least favourite Doctor, not stories. My least favourite Doctor is Eccleston.
Okay.
But I really like some of his stories. But he still doesn't feel like a Doctor to me. It's
No.
more of an action hero.
Should we go to the best master story?
Oh yeah, you can do that now. Are we coming to the end of the show? Have we got a quiz or question?
Yeah,
this
we've
week or
got a
not?
quiz or question.
Okay, so you want to get? So you're gonna because I thought you were going to announce this at the end of the show.
No, I'm going to announce it now so I don't forget.
Okay.
Because I want to just do it now
Okay.
and quick.
Because our memories are bad. I've forgotten already which episode it is we're reviewing next week. What is it again? What came up on the randomizer?
Some
That's right.
experiment. So just to rewind what's happened so far. At 10th place was the Sea Devils. 9th place was the End of Time. 8th place was the Claws of Axos. In 7th, the Mind of Evil. A non-mover was 6th with the Legopolis. A mover up was Terror of the Autons. A mover down was Utopia. 3rd was Survival. 2nd, the Deadly Assassins, still 2nd place. But who will steal the 1st place? I can tell you that there is one story, but also there's the TV movie, which he doesn't count. But their favourite episode is The Diamonds.
The Diamonds. Excellent. I've not seen the Diamonds. So.
It's a good one.
What did you think? The one that surprised me out of those was the Survival was as high as it was.
Yeah.
But I've not really seen all of the Survival. I think the problem is I tend to find I really like Sylvester McCoy as the Doctor. Actually, I like his kookiness. But
yeah, I liked him as I didn't like his stories. That's
exactly it. Yeah, and I think the effects of that is cheesiest probably then, because they were trying to embrace technology, but technology wasn't advanced or the budget wasn't big enough to really cope with it. So therefore, it couldn't compete with the sort of Star Wars and things like that at the time. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Any more? Should we quickly pop on to?
I wouldn't. Yeah, the Mistless Moon.
Yeah.
So we've done a new trailer for our Christmas special, Day the Dark Magic Strikes. It's good. It's good. You better watch it.
Oh yes.
Watch it. It's a very good trailer for the next episode. It's a two-parter.
So the two-part. When's the two-part due out?
The first part's out Christmas Eve, and the second part's out 27th of December.
Ooh. We will be, just for those that are worried that when the series comes to an end, we might not be here anymore. We will be.
Yes.
We'll be doing our randomizer and still talking.
And we'll still be doing quiz or question and news and all stuff like that. But we've still got a week to go. Also, we've got Lewis Moon, who's here.
Hello there, Lewis Moon.
Hello. Has hinted a classic story to get a sequel for the Mistless Moon Adventures. Doesn't I can tell you that it's not a classic Mr. Lewis Moon, it's a classic Doctor Who episode.
Okay.
But I don't say anything because you know about it, don't you?
So this is for the next series that's coming, yeah?
The series that's coming, yeah.
Next year's series, basically.
Next year's.
The 2015 extravaganza.
It's going to be amazing.
Let's hope so. Let's hope so.
Also, the Hydrocorans are rumoured to be back.
Rumoured. We shall see. So, one more bit, haven't we?
There's a question.
Quiz or question?
We the last couple of weeks we haven't found the theme tune.
No.
So let's just sing it.
Okay.
Do 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 do.
Do
do do do. Do 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 do. Do it really boringly. Do do. Do do do.
Quiz or question?
Okay.
Quiz or question?
Quiz or question?
So you better explain the rules.
So, you send us quizzes, which are a quiz about something in the past.
So that'll be something with the right or wrong answer.
Yes.
Yeah.
And questions are our opinion on something, which could be an open-ended question, which we answer for hours.
Okay. Okay, the first one that we've got here is, with the revelation that Missy is the Master, can we expect to see more gender changes in Doctor Who moving forward across the Time Lords?
Oh, quiz or question?
That's a question, I would say.
Question. I don't think there'll be a female Doctor, and I don't want there to be a female Doctor.
No.
But I think Missy might be back as the Master for quite a lot of times, like you said.
One thing I do wonder about is whether they want to create a female Doctor at some point, and they thought this was a good way of testing how people would react.
Yeah.
So is that possibly?
Maybe.
I don't know. I also don't think that's going to be the case.
No.
Yeah.
Do you think there'll be a female Master then?
Female.
Oh, female Doctor.
I've got nothing against adventure series having a female lead. I think Sarah Jane, from a Doctor Who's perspective, proved that could be great. I think though that I would rather they made a spin-off series with a female Time Lord.
Yeah, I don't really
have a problem
like
with that.
Romana 3 or something.
Because I mean, you'd watch it, wouldn't you? If there was a spin-off, you'd still want to watch it as much as you'd watch Doctor Who, wouldn't it?
But I think there shouldn't be a female Doctor in Doctor Who.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not in the real series.
I can see where you're coming from. Okay, the next one that we've got here. Christmas special. Do you believe it will have a Christmas theme, or do you think there's going to be more of this story arc?
Is that a quiz or a question?
It's a question.
Let's do it in the Cyberman theme. Question. And the Skullbox Blitzery theme.
What do you reckon then? You've forgotten the question, haven't you?
No, I haven't. What do you think? I by the way, I just think that it'll have more of Chris. I think it'll probably have a little bit of the story arc.
Yeah.
But do you think it'll be counted as Series 8 or Series 9? Or do you think it'll have Series 9 story arc if it does, or Series 8 story arc?
I think it might lead in to a next series being very Time Lord focused.
Yeah.
I think the next series will be Time Lord focused.
You thought this series was going to be very Time Lord focused.
I think next series, and if next series isn't, I think the series after that's going to be.
Apparently, Steve Moffat's planned a massive cliffhanger for it.
I think if next season turns out to be Moffat's last, and he has said he's near the end and the beginning, so it must be coming.
Yeah.
I think he will want to finish up all of those stories that have been going on since he's been in charge.
Yeah, I don't want him to leave.
No, but there again, there's other good people.
Apparently, Anthony Horowitz was rumored to be the head writer.
Although somebody like Jamie Matheson, we've seen
Jamie Matheson. They did say that he could be.
Yeah, so there's other great writers out there, and perhaps there will come a point where you want a bit of fresh.
Yeah.
Fresh sort of way of.
I think Jamie Matheson should become the head writer if there is going to be a different head writer. But I think Stephen Moffat for now.
Yeah, well, I think next series will be Moffat's last, and I think it will be very Time Lord focused.
I think Stephen Moffat might come back for like one episode every series after that.
Maybe.
Or something.
Maybe.
But
it must be difficult if you really like something that much. It must be difficult stopping.
Yeah, Russell stopped though.
Yeah, that's right, he did, didn't he?
RTD, as I call them.
There's another question or quiz here.
Yeah.
The War Doctor, the Curator, have they a part to play in this series? Question. It's a question. What do you think?
So all high macros says, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think. I think that moment with Tom Baker was so iconic that it can't happen again.
I don't think the Curator will come in.
No, I don't.
The War Doctor. We saw that sequence in the beginning in Listen, didn't we? Towards the end of Listen,
Yeah.
when it showed him when we found out about the barn. I still think that little bit with the barn and the Clara story may unravel a little bit more.
Yeah.
Whether it was this series or maybe even next series.
Yeah. How's she in the Doctor's timeline though? Did she use that little device thing that was in Dark Water again?
Oh, maybe. Yeah. Maybe that is the case. Have you got any quizzes or questions?
No, I don't actually.
Well, that's probably then leading us to the end of this particular show.
So, remember tonight is the thrilling series finale to Series 8, Death in Heaven.
Oh.
Remember, you're gonna die because it's so good.
Well, let's hope we don't.
Let's hope we don't.
If there's no show next week.
Because we won't see 2014.
We won't. And also we won't get to watch the Sontaran experiment.
We might review it next week.
Yeah.
If we have time. But
I mean, we probably have a little bit more time because a lot of this series, since this series has been on, we've been doing a lot about talking about what does it mean and what does it mean for future, and obviously, well, you assume things will end to a certain extent.
Yeah. So next week we'll be reviewing Death in Heaven.
Yeah.
We'll probably be reviewing Sontaran Experiment, and we'll be clicking the randomizer again.
Ooh, you see, I want to click on the randomizer again and find out. Don't you? I want to do. We're gonna have to watch about 5 episodes next week. Clicking on that randomizer.
I love the randomizer.
We love the randomizer, and perhaps actually we should piece of the randomizer to people that want their own randomizer.
Yeah.
We'll also have news. We'll have Mr. Lewis Moon news as well.
Yeah.
And we'll have a quiz or question.
So remember, tonight at 8 p.m, the hour-long finale of the epic best series ever, Series 8. Next week we'll be looking at it so far. Yeah.
Good. So let's hope tonight's episode is a flake, not a cherry.
And and tops it up. So bye. Or should I say, ball? Bye.